What's going on, everyone? Darkwater back here in Banished, picking up where we last left off. Got kind of a little bit of a town going here. Got a couple of different fields, have an orchard growing. Haven't yielded anything yet. Looks like our quarry is up and starting to go, so we will definitely need to make sure our stone cutters are still there. We've got our hunting cabin and our forester lodge, as well as our mine. So we'll go ahead and we'll continue on. This is as far as I've gotten, so not entirely sure what's next. I think I'm going to go ahead and bridge over here and maybe start to set up kind of a town center over here as I start to extend some of the farms probably over into this area as well. So let's go ahead and we'll let it run. Looks like we're still building the trading post. This will allow us to get new seeds, new things like that. We do have 8 farmers, and we're just have our builders going to town on the trading post. Waiting on stone right now. So thinking about taking one of the hunters out. That way we have one more laborer for the time being. And let's go ahead and clear out some of these resources here. That'll free us up some stone so we can continue on building the trading post. But the tailor's pretty much at a standstill as well. And same with the blacksmith, because we do have quite a bit of the stored firewood. Thinking about increasing this up to 300 for right now. Tool limit's at 53. Don't need too many more of that just because we're only sitting at 30. Clothing limit is at 50. And that's because I just don't have a tailor right now. So we'll go ahead and we'll let them continue to finish off that. They're gathering some of the stone from down here. I imagine, hey, our orchard's starting to grow. Once we do that, again, I think I'm just going to do a bridge right here. Start to clear out all of this. And then we'll build basically our town center down in this area. And reserve of food is low, but that'll kick through once we start to harvest everything. So that should happen relatively soon. We're still gathering resources, and we have all the stone we need, which is good. I think one of the other things that I want to build is going to be probably the boarding house, just as it's a temporary place for people to live. And I think that would also allow us to, if we do have any new settlers coming in, that allows to have a place for them to live right away so that we can actually take them in. We don't have too much in surplus right now. Maybe we'll just drop some firewood over there, since we do have kind of quite a bit of that. I don't want to do too much else. Let's go ahead and move the leather over also. Grab one trader. Taking both of the builders out for the time being, just because I'm not necessarily going to be building much of anything right now. Just go ahead and let them keep going through here. Looks like autumn's coming, so we are going to be able to... Yeah, chestnut's the only thing I've got. But we do have quite a bit of food in here, which is going to be good. Get everybody through the winter. I'm going to go ahead and take my farmers all the way back down to 0. Let's go ahead and put our bridge across, I think. Maybe not. There we go. So we'll get the bridge constructed. Reserve of stone is low. I'll add one more person to the stonecutter. We did get another person. Just going to take a dirt road straight through there. I do want to start getting into some of the additional stuff like the teacher and the physician so that we can start to extend the lives of people, increase the quality of life as well. Got all of that. Let's go ahead and increase that. That way we can get the bridge built. We're in the late winter, so we should probably ratchet this down and get our farmers back going so that they can start planting. Bridge is slowly going up. Food is getting low again, but I think we're going to be okay to finish off this winter and get us through until the next harvest. We might be looking to start to increase our farming area just a little bit. The number of logs we have is pretty steady. Actually, we've got quite a bit of iron as well. I'm looking at the stuff down here, like the chapel and the school and the hospital, and I'm thinking that's going to end up down over on this side. So the town hall. Rotate this around. Thinking of just kind of centering it here. And I kind of want to expand this a little bit. One little builder. Oh, I've got two builders. So we'll go ahead and we'll let them start to build that, because I do have thoughts on how I kind of want to start to build up the town. Schoolhouse is going to be something that I think will also be used fairly fast. Hey, our orchard's finally starting to get us something. Food's getting very, very low. And it's starting to go up because they are starting to harvest again. We will probably need to add in another field here to get enough food to get us through the next year, because we are up to 33 people now. So let's go ahead and storage isn't a big issue, so let's maybe I can do some livestock down here. Go ahead and add in one more field right over here. potato, but that will be for next season. Actually going to increase that just because it's getting to autumn, so hopefully they can harvest through this a little bit faster. Looks like we've got a trader. Sheep. I don't think we're going to have enough. No. Sheep would be definitely nice. Don't think he's gonna wait for... Yeah. I'm not gonna have enough. Let's go ahead and just dismiss him, send him on his way. Much as I would like that sheep, it's just not gonna happen right now. So let's get the city hall built. Are we out of iron? No, we're out of stone. Okay. So we'll go ahead and let them build. Let's... clear some of this out, I think. And I also do want to get the boarding house in. We will build it on this side of the water, I think, maybe? Ooh, not enough space right here. What about up here? No. Just drop it in right there. And it's time to decrease the number of builders we have. Let's go back to increasing all farmers. Go. Got a bunch of chestnuts over here. I'm guessing the food supply is low. Nope, stone is low. So we'll start to move some of our surplus into the trade so that we can hopefully start to get new farming stuff, maybe some livestock. Can I go ahead and add this dirt road? Cool. That way, hopefully, it'll speed up the movement of the stone. I still just have the one laborer. Think about taking out a forester. Supply of logs is lower than I think I would like it. Tools and Taylor are both doing okay. I might take out the blacksmith for a bit just to come in and start to clear Get their stone out of here. Yeah, because the stone cutters have to go all the way up here and then around, so I'm just gonna do a straight shot. I think that'll be a lot easier. I'm gonna kind of increase priority on the chair. Although I know a lot of the stone's just coming up here. What do I have here? A bunch of iron, okay. So we have a new trader. What do they have? Squash and roots. Ooh. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up both of those. I think I'm just gonna do firewood because that is something that we have a decent amount of. Reserve of food's gonna be an issue. I think I'm gonna have to make sure I just have more farmers going forward. Just make sure farming is all the way full. Hey, our bridge is done. And it looks like they're starting work on the boarding house. So let's go ahead and increase our farmers all the way up. Or our builders, rather. Pulling them from our farmers just to get that built. I've got a feeling at some point we're going to need to start to expand the number of houses we have. So this boarding house will also be useful in that manner. Is there a space right there for a path? Oh, actually, that's perfect. I'm just going to take a path right there, and hey, our boarding house is up. I think I'm going to do another field right in. Nope. Actually do a pretty big field here. Waiting on them to cut down the tree. There we go. Let's go ahead and track everybody here. And increase our farmers. 15, that leaves us nobody, that's fine. Almost have all the stone we need. It looks like we still are missing a blacksmith, our tailor, and it looks like the woodcutter is. However, I thought I did trade, but I don't know where they ended up. Is it another orchard item? No. That might just go into for the medicine. Still slowly getting stone. Might end up doing another quarry down here. Just because I've got a feeling we're going to end up burning through this quarry rather fast. Still pulling a decent amount of iron out. What else can I... Might increase the number of leather over here as well. The hunters seem to be doing a decent job going to get the leather. Food's becoming an issue. There we go. Starting to harvest, so hopefully that'll resolve that a little bit more. Almost there. City Hall. Oh. Gotta force her to die of starvation. That's what I was afraid of. Food's quickly becoming an issue here. So hopefully we'll be able to get everything harvested here before winter rolls in. Because there's a lot to start to harvest. I'm wondering if building another storage barn over here might be a good idea. Just because it's going to be a lot closer. And it'd go a lot faster for them to just drop it off here, rather than walking all the way back over there and back. So then we end up getting into time like this, and we end up losing all of this crop. Looks like stone and tools are getting low. Let's go ahead and need to add a blacksmith back in. So let's take one of the farmers out and add in a blacksmith. Let's actually take two of the farmers, put them into builders so they can build that. Get that storage barn up. Because again, I think we're losing a lot of food just because it's a long walk back and forth. Oh, we're finally getting the town hall started to be built. Get rid of all the farmers real quick and convert them all to builders. They should already be builders. Or actually, I take that back, they're probably all laborers at this point. Just to try and get this stuff built before spring comes. 84% and 81%. Getting there, almost done. Which is good because we're in late winter. Hey, we've got our barn up. And let's convert to farmers. Hey, our town hall's up. Now from here, let's see what we can take a look at. We've got production. Here we can increase the limits, which I'm excited about. Food limits set at 5,000. I'd like to get to 5,000 at some point. Overall inventory, we can see the graphs, our death. Got no nomads requesting citizenship. Don't have any trade items acquired yet. So hopefully we've got the farmers going through, starting to plant everything. But I think this town hall will do us some good. And hopefully we'll be able to harvest more food with the storage barn right here. If we do start producing enough food, we'll be able to come in here and start to trade food a little bit more. And reserve food is getting lower and lower. That's normal for this time of year. But the amount of stone is starting to increase. I think having this bridge in here is a lot of help. I think the next thing that we're going to end up putting in is going to end up being the market. And then probably the hospital, I think. But that's going to take a lot of stone, it looks like. School's considerably less, but it'll also make people a lot more productive. The market has an area of influence, it looks like. The school, I think, and the hospital do not. So, but again, I think that's going to be down the road a little bit. We are still rolling through our stone over here. Iron less so. But our forestry is still doing well. Number of logs we've got going is fairly consistent. Food, now that we're starting to harvest in late summer, the amount of food we've got is really starting to go up. I might actually... yeah, let's take one farmer, turn him into a tailor real quick. Just because we do have some textiles to turn into clothes and we are out of stored clothes. Yes, so the storage barn actually is doing quite a lot for us. We're able to process through these fields, it looks like, a lot faster. So we aren't losing nearly the amount of food that we were, because we're almost over 3,000 now. So that'll be definitely good to get us through the winter. And I could probably even take a couple farmers out and start to turn them into builders. Go ahead and do a dirt road here. I think this dirt road will eventually be converted into a stone road. However, again, don't necessarily have the amount of stone for anything like that just yet. Basically, I think I'm going to do road this way, road that way. And then we'll start to have some of the other buildings, like the school and the hospital, on either side. I might take the church. Oh, the church is actually considerably bigger than I thought it was going to be. And do the church maybe at the end of the road here. But yeah, we've got a good amount of food, good amount of firewood. And the tailor... Oh, looks like the tailor worked through everything. Since we've got the resources and the people, I think I'm going to... If I add in the school, then I'm going to actually have to have a teacher. It's going to take one more person away, but I think that'll be okay. But that might be the next thing I do, is go ahead and drop the school and the hospital in here. And hopefully that won't take too many farmers away from making sure we've got enough food. But I've got a feeling after this will be pretty good whenever it comes to food. And one last thing here, I'm going to, I think, increase the amount of food that we've got to 7,500, I think. There's a new trader. What do they have? They've got coal. I'm good. I don't need any coal. I can go farm them or go mine the coal if I wanted to. But I think I'm going to leave it there. I appreciate you guys for watching. If you guys have any questions, comments, put them down below. I'll get to them whenever I can. And look forward to seeing you again in Banished soon. I hope you guys have a wonderful day.